By the looks of this, y'all should know where I'm at. First of all, Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullah. You see this right here? I came up here to see light-skinned K Stone. And this right here, brother, is where all the tough dudes are at. All the people that got backdoored. All the people that have been died of natural causes. And this right here, we're not gonna never, ever, ever escape this. If you think you're gonna run from something, you're not gonna run from this right here, bro. And the reason I'm making this video is to point out and show you guys, this is the new home of the stupidity. This is the new home of those who want to be quote unquote tough in the streets. If you don't go to the penitentiary, you're gonna end up here. If you don't get up out that gang culture, you're gonna get up in here. And they running out of room, bro. You see all these mausoleums they making up here at the top? It's a bunch of mausoleums up here, right? So now just imagine if an earthquake came, a devastating tragedy came and hit California. Where you think the body's gonna go? Right there on the ground, on the surface where everybody can see, right? So, you know, from Allah we come, from Allah we shall return. And you know, the Muslims, we don't get buried in caskets. We get buried inside the dirt, because when the body just disintegrates, everything goes back to the dirt. But this right here, brother, is where a lot of brothers is gonna end up at if you don't change your life. I'm talking to you youngsters, bro. And I'm talking to some of you old heads too, man. If you brothers don't change your life, brother, you brothers don't change your situation, you know, we all gonna get here one day. But if you want to get here quicker, you want to get here faster, keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on acting like you tough. Keep on acting like you somebody in them streets. Keep on acting like you can go somewhere without no protection. Keep on praying on people. And this was gonna happen to you, bro. This right here in itself will show you that life is not a game, man. And I know, man, you know, I come from that gang culture. Yes, I come from that. And I'm gonna tell you what saved me. What saved me, bro, is basically when I got caught up. Because if I didn't probably get caught up, I probably would have got backdoored. I probably would have got killed doing some foolishness type stuff. But you know, that didn't happen. And whatever happened on my journey and my struggle, my mentality changed. I became a better person. I got sick and tired of being a part of the foolishness. So I just changed. I just walked away from it. And I realized that it takes a grown-ass man with courage to walk away from that. Because when you do walk away from that, a lot of your homies are going to call you a buster. A lot of your homies are going to call you a dropout. A lot of your homies are going to call you a punk. A lot of your homies are going to call you everything in the world, you know, when you finally wake up. And I'm going to tell you right there, your homies that's doing that to you and calling you them names, they never had no love for you anyway, bro. Because when you're a part of a community, a section, a structure, or anything like that, bro, a person wants another person to elevate to a different level, regardless of which way they want to go. So instead of brothers congratulate you on stop being a part of the stupidity, they want you to be miserable just like them. They want you to go to the penitentiary. They want you to come over here and have a bed with them in the cemetery, bro. So my thing is to you brothers, man, if you guys don't wake up, if you guys ain't paying attention, this is where your next home gonna be. Your parents gonna suffer. Your kids gonna suffer. A lot of people gonna be suffering and mourning behind you. And you guys don't realize, bro, that sometimes, man, when something happened, a tragedy happened, sometimes you don't get back to your normal way of life, bro. I done seen a lot of women, a lot of parents, brother, when their child got killed, they never got back to their normal way of life, bro. I done seen that in its totality, man. I done seen a lot of brothers get backdoor from the Crenshaw district. I done seen a lot of brothers get backdoor from a whole lot of other districts. I done seen a lot of individuals just suffer, bro, by the hands of some injustice. My baby brother got killed right there where Nip got killed there, bro. Just because somebody came through shooting at the wrong place at the wrong time, straight square. It doesn't matter if you were square. It doesn't matter about none of that type of stuff, bro. If you is in a situation or somewhere, brother, that certain activities can happen, you put yourself in harm's way, bro. So my thing is this, bro. When it's gonna stop? When you guys gonna take accountability for what the shit you guys doing out there in them streets? Because, bro, this is your next stop, man. Right here. Keep on doing what you're doing in them streets. Keep on acting like you're somebody. Keep on acting like you're tough. This is where all the tough dudes at. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, people. This is part 2 of the cemetery visit when I went to go see the brother Keith Thomas. And I was reminiscing, man. You know, we used to always be in his house in the hills. Going up there every day. He welcomed everybody over there. And he got caught up, man, in a situation where he got backdoored, bro. And a lot of people, I be hearing these stories, man, about how the brother, man, got demised and all that type of stuff. And dudes don't really know the true story about what happened to him, bro. So let me give some clarification on that. Stone had a friend named Fitzgerald. He used to always come over there with the section, be over there with Stone. But he was up out of DeWarty, the Do-Rock area, but he was still coming over there. He was hanging out with us, kicking it with us, and all that type of stuff. But that was Stone's friend. Stone introduced Fitzgerald to this female, one of his female friends. He hooked him up with the girl. So you have to understand that Stone was already tight with the female before the female met Fitzgerald. So Fitzgerald got with the female, but still Stone was still, you know, she was still tight with Stone. So this dude Fitzgerald, one day, he seen Stone and the girl together, and he got furious, but he didn't get furious at Stone. He got furious at the girl. You know, she went home. You know what happened. He beat her ass, you know, whooped on her, put her in the hospital, etc., etc., etc. So in the back of Fitzgerald's mind, he really thought that the brother Keith Stone was messing with his girl, but he really wasn't. So one day, you know, they went out to the Wardy, the brother Stone and the other brother, I ain't gonna say his name, but they went out to DeWarty, man. And what the boy Fitzgerald did was he tried to convince his homeboys out there that Stone had some work, like he had a couple of keys or a couple of pounds or whatever it may be he had. But you got to keep in mind, Stone didn't have the work with him. The work was already put up somewhere because the work was going to go to Seattle. So it wasn't with him. So he went out there to meet Fitzgerald. So when he went out there to meet Fitzgerald, they tied the brother Stone up, and the other brothers tied him up. They tortured them brothers, man. They beat them brothers, man. They had them their head covered with a sack and all that type of stuff. So while in the commencement of the crime of the torturing, they kept asking Stone where the work at, where the work at. And where Stone was like, man, I don't have no work. I don't have no work. I don't have no work. So, but the dude Fitzgerald, he manipulated them dudes, them kids, you know, at that time, because them dudes was young, 21, 18, 19, and stuff like that. He convinced them dudes that them brothers had some work, but they really didn't have no work. They thought it was a robbery, but it wasn't no robbery. It was a get back because, you know, the boy Fitzgerald was a tender dick. He thought the brother was humping on his girl, so he wanted to take the brother out because he felt that since the brother had a good relationship with the female, it was just too close to comfort, so he wasn't comforted like that. He was real insecure in that particular manner. So what these individuals did, brother, they took them over there to the avocado grove, and they shot them. They killed both of the brothers, man. And they so stupid. The boy Barry, his co-defendant, and Fitzgerald, they left their fingerprints inside the car. But the boy Fitzgerald, he kept telling the police that Stone never came over there. He never seen Stone and all that type of stuff. But when they found his fingerprints in the car, they knew he was lying. So they arrested them dudes and arrested some other dudes. And like always, if you arrest more than 4 or 5 individuals, they tell. So they found Fitzgerald guilty, and they found Barry guilty. And you got to keep in mind, Barry wasn't even there when they tortured them dudes. Barry came after the fact, just to follow them dudes into the avocado grove so they can basically have a ride back to their spot. So Barry didn't really do nothing. It was Fitzgerald and another dude that did the killing. But the other dude, he got off scot-free because they couldn't really do nothing to him, because at a particular time, it was some particular type of law, I forgot what it was, where if your co-defendant flip on you and they don't have no physical evidence on you, you ain't gonna really get charged for that. So 2 of them dudes got off scot-free. Fitzgerald and the boy Barry didn't get off. So they had another individual, the 5th individual, he's the one that told on everything, everything that goes on in United States ghettos, and dealing with the criminal activity, the gang activity. If you got 4 or 5 more people, or 1 or more, 2 people, bro, somebody gonna flip and tell, and let somebody stay down solid. So the prosecutor, he couldn't really prove the point that the brother got killed behind the female. So you got to understand, the prosecutors, they play dirty just like everybody else. They play for convictions. So they were saying it was a drug deal going wrong, bro. It wasn't no drug deal going wrong, bro. The boy Fitzgerald really lied and told them brothers it was going to be some drugs there, but it was never no drugs there, man. But it was always behind the female. You got to understand, man, in every situation nowadays, man, it's always the center. The female is at the center of everything that's going on, bro. And for us as men, and I'm talking to the men right now, we can't be out here, brother, being tender dicks, man, to the point where we crash out over women in general, bro. And that dude Fitzgerald, he crashed out behind a woman. He did the brother foul. And a lot of people don't know this story, man, because a lot of people, they don't do their homework, they don't do their research, they just get out there and they be on some type of conjecture type stuff. And and that's what that be, bro. So rest in peace to the brother K Stone, Keith Thomas. May Allah grant that brother the Jannah out of his ignorance or whatever what he may be, bro, because he was a good dude to us, bro. And a lot of brothers, man, they don't understand, man, that the brother Stone, man, everybody was talking about he's a rider, he was this and he was that, bro. The brother wasn't in the field like that, bro. The brother was a part of the section, but he wasn't no rider or nothing like that. The brother was a brother that was always out there trying to get to the bread and get to the sack. He knew his position. He never thought he was the type of person where he would spin the block or anything like that. But if you try to do something to him, yeah, he probably would defend himself for sure. But he just wasn't on that type of time, man, because he was always teaching us how to get to the bag, bro. And on that note, rest in peace, K Stone. Assalamu alaikum.